Easy 100 Civics Questions and Answers 2025, Part 1. US Citizenship Test Easy Answers. Want to see more? Subscribe now and join our community. The office was quiet except for the rhythmic tapping of fingers on a keyboard. Soft fluorescent lights bathed the room in a cool, almost sterile glow, and the air was thick with the scent of freshly printed paper. Across the desk, Anne shuffled through a stack of notes. Mark, on the other side, sat with a nervous yet determined look on his face, his naturalization test looming just a few days away. His palms were slightly sweaty, but he knew he had to push through. He had Anne by his side, who was prepared to help him with every question, every answer.
All right, Mark, ready to dive into the first set of questions. I'll read them out, and I'll give you 3 choices. You pick your answer, and then I'll explain why that's the correct one. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it. I really need to pass this test.
No worries, you'll do great. Let's get started. Question 1. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? A. The Speaker of the House. B. The Secretary of State. C. The Chief Justice.
I think the answer is A. The Speaker of the House.
Correct. If both the president and vice president are unable to serve, the Speaker of the House of Representatives is next in line. This order of succession is set by the Presidential Succession Act of 1947. It ensures that there's always a clear line of leadership in the country, even if the top 2 positions are vacant. Question 2. What is the capital of your state? A. Depends on where you live. B. New York City. C. Washington, D.C.
I think the answer is A. Depends on where you live.
Exactly. The capital of the state you live in could be any number of cities, and each state has its own. For example, if you're in California, it's Sacramento. If you're in Texas, it's Austin. You'll need to know the capital for your own state for the test. Question 3. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? A. July 4th, 1776. B. June 6th, 1776. C. January 1st, 1776.
I think the answer is A. July 4th, 1776.
Correct. The Declaration of Independence was officially adopted on July 4th, 1776. This day marks the United States' formal declaration of independence from Great Britain, which led to the formation of a new sovereign nation. Question 4. Why did the colonists fight the British? A. Because of high taxes. B. Because of land disputes. C. Because of religious differences.
I think the answer is A. Because of high taxes.
Correct. The colonists fought the British mainly because they were being taxed without having any representation in the British Parliament. This was one of the core reasons that led to the Revolutionary War. The high taxes on everyday goods, such as tea, sparked outrage and eventually rebellion. Question 5. Name one branch or part of the government. A. President. B. Congress. C. The judiciary.
I think the answer is A. President.
Well, the president is part of the government, but the specific branches are the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The president is the head of the executive branch, but the full answer I was looking for was Congress or the judiciary as distinct parts of the government, with Congress being the lawmaking body and the judiciary interpreting those laws. Question 6. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 2 years.
I think the answer is B. 6 years.
Correct. U.S. senators serve 6-year terms. Senate elections are staggered so that only about 1/3 of the Senate is up for election every 2 years, ensuring that the body is continuously refreshed while maintaining stability. Question 7. Where is the Statue of Liberty? A. New York Harbor. B. Washington, D.C. C. Boston Harbor.
I think the answer is A. New York Harbor.
Yes, that's right. The Statue of Liberty stands in New York Harbor. This iconic symbol of freedom and democracy was a gift from France to the United States in 1886. It remains one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. Question 8. When must all men register for the Selective Service? A. At age 21. B. At age 18. C. At age 25.
I think the answer is B. At age 18.
Correct. All men are required to register for the Selective Service within 30 days of their 18th birthday. This system ensures that, if needed, the country has a list of people who could be drafted in the event of a national emergency or military need. Question 9. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? A. Joe Biden. B. J.D. Vance. C. Kamala Harris.
I think the answer is B. J.D. Vance.
That's correct. J.D. Vance is currently serving as Vice President, assisting the President and presiding over the Senate, where he casts tie-breaking votes. Question 10. Name one U.S. territory. A. Hawaii. B. Guam. C. Alaska.
I think the answer is B. Guam.
Correct. Guam is a U.S. territory located in the Pacific Ocean. The U.S. has several territories, including Puerto Rico, American Samoa, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. These territories are not states, but they are under U.S. jurisdiction. Question 11. Name your U.S. representative. A. Depends on where you live. B. John Adams. C. Nancy Pelosi.
I think the answer is A. Depends on where you live.
Exactly. Your U.S. representative is the person elected to represent your district in the House of Representatives. The answer can vary depending on your location, so you should check your specific district to know who represents you. Question 12. Name one state that borders Canada. A. New York. B. Florida. C. Texas.
I think the answer is A. New York.
That's right. New York is one of the states that shares a border with Canada. Other states that border Canada include Alaska, Maine, and Michigan. This geographical detail is important for understanding the U.S.'s international relations. Question 13. What did the Declaration of Independence do? A. Said that the United States is free from Great Britain. B. Established the first government of the U.S. C. Created the Bill of Rights.
I think the answer is A. Said that the United States is free from Great Britain.
Correct. The Declaration of Independence, adopted on July 4, 1776, declared the American colonies' independence from Britain. It outlined the reasons for separation and formally severed political ties with the British monarchy. Question 14. Who is the father of our country? A. George Washington. B. Thomas Jefferson. C. Benjamin Franklin.
I think the answer is A. George Washington.
That's correct. George Washington is called the father of our country because of his pivotal role in the founding of the United States. He led the Continental Army to victory in the Revolutionary War and became the nation's first president. Question 15. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. A. Mississippi River. B. Rio Grande. C. Columbia River.
I think the answer is A. Mississippi River.
Exactly. The Mississippi River is one of the two longest rivers in the U.S., along with the Missouri River. These rivers have been vital for trade, transport, and settlement in the history of the country. Great job, Mark. You're off to a strong start. Keep practicing, and I'm sure you'll be ready for the next round.
Thanks, Anne. I feel more confident now. Let's keep going next time.
The sound of rustling papers and soft sighs of relief filled the office as Mark relaxed, the weight of the test not so heavy anymore. With Anne's help, he knew he could face whatever came next.